Alright, back with another video reaction. And today we're going to do another video by SML Universe. This one is Who Has Cheated More? Marvin versus Rose. I don't even think it's a competition. Definitely Rose. I think she lies better than Marvin. But she's definitely had some flings with her exes. Super D, that boxer guy. Who's up, Dak? There was somebody else too, I think. Who was that? Wait. Okay, I can't. Oh, 10. It was like 10 inch. Somebody with 10 inches. 10 inch Tyler, I think his name was. So yeah, I think she slept with him. I think that was him. Yeah. But yeah, definitely Rose, I would say, wins this competition. Marvin, I think he was with it was in Jeffy's new stepmom. I don't even think he slept with her. I know he did do the Eiffel Tower, I think with Brooklyn guy and Mrs. Fitzpatrick. And then I think he might have been with the Thought Puppet one time before. But yeah, I definitely think that it's Rose that's gonna win this episode, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what the end result is. I'm saying Rose though, but we'll see. Let's go ahead.
From screaming to even straight up
She's so damn annoying.
Marvin and Rose's relationship is one of, if not the most dysfunctional relationship in SML. But who's really worse? To help find out, we're gonna go through all the times they've cheated on each other to find out which one of them have cheated the most. And we're gonna dive right into it, with Marvin becoming a sex worker and an adult film star in the video Magic Marvin. And in this video, Marvin needs money for Christmas presents, so he decides to try a bunch of jobs. But we all know that Marvin's only skill is sitting on the couch and watching TV, so he decides to be a part of the adult entertainment industry. And this is where this video goes off the rails, because in his first adult scene, which is supposed to be with Tyrone and Brooklyn guy's mom for some reason, after learning the cast he's gonna film it with, Steve tells Marvin that he's literally gonna be pissed on.
Why would I need to put on a raincoat and grab a camera?
Well, because you're gonna get pissed on.
So he says hell no, and he decides to get another job. Well, luckily, there's another job.
How much did he get paid?
To be a stripper. My man is allergic to effort. He takes up the offer and gets juiced on steroids for his first client, Mrs. Huckerdew. Now, Mrs. Huckerdew and Marvin have had an interesting relationship in the past, to say the least, with Mrs. Huckerdew constantly wanting to get with him, and Marvin declining to maintain his, quote, relationship with Rose.
Shut up and kiss me, you fool! Marvin, come back!
But that faithfulness goes out the window in this video, when he gives Mrs. Huckerdew a dance, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah. You like this?
Yes, this is great.
So in the end, Marvin does get his money, but he also gets the first point on the board. You may be wondering, why is this middle-aged married father giving lap dances and grinding on other women? And he's kind of just doing it nonchalantly. People may think it's just for the money, but I think there's some lore lying beneath the surface in this situation.
And porn is a
so
job.
let's investigate and go all the way back to the beginning of Marvin and Rose's relationship and go in chronological order over every instance of them cheating on each other to find out what kind of past trauma they have. And let's start off with a bang, nearly a decade ago in Mario's Valentine's Day problem. Back in 2016, Rosalina was sweet, innocent, and actually liked by fans. Hard to believe, right? She was too busy thinking about stars to even think of cheating, so it was a huge shock when Mario cheated on her just 4 months into their relationship, on their first Valentine's Day. And guess what? With his toxic ex-wife Peach, the same one who dumped him for being bald. In this video, Rosalina is super grateful for Mario's Valentine's Day gifts, until Peach shows up and asks Mario to be her Valentine. Instead of saying no, Mario hides Rosalina in a closet and gives all of her gifts to Peach. Peach is super ungrateful, of course, and Mario eventually kicks her out. Sure, this video ends off on a good note, but Mario never tells Rosalina what really happened, so another point for Mario emotionally cheating. Now, I bet you guys are shocked that Marvin has most of the points so far for cheating, but we're about to see when Rose really started becoming Rose. In SML movie Jeffy's Brain, after
I
Jeffy
mean, he didn't
sneezes
sleep
his
with
brain
each,
out, he
so-
cycles
okay.
through new personalities, and even turns into a French guy, which sounds like his dad Jacques-Pierre Francois.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Jacques-Pierre Francois.
Ooh, I like his voice, Mario. It's dreamy.
For some reason, Rosalina weirdly starts flirting with him, her
Yeah,
own
that was
adopted
weird,
son.
but-
And to make it even worse, it's revealed that Jeffy was just faking the voice.
Wait, you were just speaking French, Jeffy.
Yeah, I learned it from my daddy.
Meaning that Rosalina was crushing on 12-year-old Jeffy.
Yeah.
This moment shows a recurring flaw
She
we're
said
about
he
to
was
see in
hot.
Rose's character. She will just
Yeah.
instantly flirt with anyone she finds attractive, no matter how messed up the situation is or how loyal
this
she's
is-
supposed to be to
but
Marvin.
it's still
At
not
one point to
cheating,
Rose. We are
though.
far gone from the honeymoon phase in 2016, and at this point in time, Rosalina is consistently labeled the worst character
I think
by
they have to
fans.
sleep with
And
the
this brings
character
us to our
to-
next
to be
example of
considered
cheating.
cheating.
In SML movie Shrek's Coma, this video's plot is about Shrek eating absurd amounts of cheesecake to the point where he literally, well, as the title implies, gets into a coma. Dr. Brooklyn Guy suggests putting his brain into another person's body to revive him. That person being Atso, one of Junior's class friends who's also conveniently in a coma. Once Rosalina sees the new Shrek, she cannot contain herself and instantly starts flirting with him.
Aren't you gonna
Ew.
introduce me to your new friend?
You've met Shrek before.
Not like this.
She is 100% about to act up, but eventually Mario
What?
catches
Why?
onto this and argues with Rosalina. She gets really
What
upset
do you
and
see
straight
in
up
him?
dumps Mario to be with Shrek. Despite them getting back together in the end, I can't imagine what
Shocking.
Mario must have been feeling. Not just because his girlfriend left him, but the fact he left him for this thing. Keep in mind that the first time we see Atso, he was in Junior's class, meaning that he is only 7 years old. Man, if EDP ended up joining
Rose.
SML, he would be the perfect fit for Rose. Give her another point. But Mario and Rosalina's relationship problems seem to continue in SML movie Jeffy's
Rose is a
Eggs. In
certified
this
lover
video,
boy.
Mario forgets to buy Jeffy Easter eggs, so he has a massive crash out.
Jeffy, stop crying. You're acting ridiculous.
Mario says that he'll get Jeffy the Easter eggs after Jeffy and Rosalina start aggressively licking him for some reason.
Stop licking me. I'll go get eggs.
Okay. After searching high and low, he comes back empty-handed until Rosalina gives him the amazing idea to call a chicken, which somehow actually works. And the chicken says he'll give Mario the eggs if he can go on a date with Rosalina. Before Mario even has the chance to say anything, Rosalina excitedly accepts. Mario lets
Well,
them go on
she's a
their dinner
chicken
date,
head,
and
so-
only a dinner date. But when they get back, it's clear they did a lot more than going out to dinner.
Whoa, Mario.
Did you have fun on your
She
date?
got that?
Yeah, she answered the age-old question. What came first, the chicken or your wife?
Oh,
So
oh, oh.
Rosalina has cheated on Mario so far with, let's see, a
That's-
12-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a chicken.
No,
Somebody call the
the
cops right
chicken is the
now
only
and give
one
her
that
another
counts.
point. This video shows how
They
Rosalina is
actually
willing to
did it.
disregard her own relationship to satisfy her sick desires. Like, how could we go from this sweet,
She got
kind of
that
loving
pop-up.
Rosalina to someone you'd see on Catch a Predator? But the cheating just never stops because we see even more of it in SML movie Goodman's Baby. And in this video, Goodman asks Mario to raise his baby, Benjamin, because Goodman doesn't want to pay child support or be an actual father. Mario doesn't want to, as he's already taking care of Jeffy, and let's be honest, he's pretty much babysitting Rose at this point, seeing how much she's devolved maturity-wise. But after Goodman gives him an offer he can't refuse,
How about I just pay off your house for you, Mario?
Okay, fine.
Mario takes the baby. This baby isn't just an ordinary baby, however, because it can talk, and not only that, he sounds and acts just like Goodman, cussing,
I want my f***ing bottle. I'm hungry.
flexing,
Yes. So good on my baby skin.
the whole package.
Aw, look at the cute baby!
And look at your titties.
To which Mario scolds him, but shockingly, Mario actually asks her to pull them down as well, only less aggressive compared to Benjamin.
I mean, unless you wanted it. I mean, they're very nice, but
Yeah, a married guy asking for that and saying they're nice is a crazy thing
He
to
didn't
do,
ask.
and definitely counts as cheating. Another point for Mario. Although some
How
may
is that
argue it's not a big
cheating?
deal,
He
this
just-
event perfectly represents the conflict within Mario.
He said
He
unless you
understands that
wanna
he's
show
literally
off,
getting nothing out of the relationship with
that's flirting,
Rosalina,
maybe,
but he's
but
too
not
scared to
cheating.
express his true
Okay.
feelings to anyone. Goodman's baby points out exactly how this is.
You miss every shot you don't take. And I was trying to shoot my shot. I'm Steph fucking Curry from half court. Who are you? J.R. fucking Smith.
Even as we move on to the new channel, where we switch to the puppets now, Marvin and Rose are still a terrible couple, probably even worse than they were before, which is perfectly shown in our next cheating incident. In the video, Goodman's Apple Vision Pro. So Goodman leaves his Apple Vision Pro with Marvin and Rose, telling them not to touch it. But this is a Goodman video, so obviously they play with it. When Marvin puts on the headset, he suddenly is on the moon, and Rose looks a lot different. He asks her to pull her shirt up,
we're gonna count
and yeah, you
virtual
can see it for
cheating.
yourself.
I'm on the moon!
Really, Marvin? Am I on the moon too?
Yeah, you are.
Whoa, that's so cool! Wait, how do we breathe out here?
I have no idea, but you're such a sexy astronaut.
Aw, thanks, Marvin.
Can you please just do me a favor? Can you take your shirt off?
What?
Just take your shirt off on the moon. I want to see what it looks like.
Okay, Marvin.
He wants to see her
Now,
glow.
some people wouldn't consider this cheating, as that girl is technically Rose. But come on, she looks like a completely different person. In fact, she just looks like one of Mr. Goodman's friends,
Really?
Starlight.
My name is Starlight. We met last night.
And Marvin, looking at her, assets, should definitely be considered cheating. But this isn't the end of her story, however, as Rose eventually puts on the headset and Marvin turns into Human Ken? She asks Marvin to pull his shorts down, and yeah, she is fiending for Human Ken.
Marvin, take your shorts off.
Why do you want me to take my shorts off?
I just want to see you naked on a beach, Marvin.
Okay, I'll do it for you.
She wants to see your
Huge.
coconuts.
What's huge?
The hugest palm tree I've ever seen with the hairiest coconuts.
At this point, they pretty much have zero attraction for each other. Long gone is the nice couple of Mario and Rosalina in 2016. They should just get a divorce at this point. 1 point for both of them. Our next example of cheating happened less than a year later in the video Brooklyn Guy's tax fraud. In this video, the IRS accidentally sent Brooklyn Guy $200,000, which sends him over the moon.
It's not every day the IRS accidentally sends you $200,000 and you keep it instead of giving it back so you can spend it all on Applebee's.
Yes, you told me that
You're going
several
to
times
jail.
already.
He buys expensive food, gets clothes, and also goes to the strip club with Marvin. Now, Marvin, being the good husband, he doesn't actually want to do anything at the strip club, but Brooklyn Guy offers one of the dancers to get an Eiffel Tower with him and Marvin. Marvin declines, and they just go to Paris to see the actual Eiffel Tower instead. Well, that's what you would think, until Brooklyn Guy says this.
Yeah, it's nice. That actually looks pretty
Yeah,
much
see,
exactly
this one
like
was
what we did with that
actual
stripper for
cheating.
$10.
This is surprisingly the first time where one of them have clear-cut cheated on each other. You can make some excuses with the others and argue, well, it's just flirting. But this is the most blatant example of cheating we've seen so far. And that's not it,
and the
because they go
chicken.
back to the hotel and do it again.
Actually, I say we go back to the hotel and pay her another $10 to do it again.
So that's another point for Marvin. It's odd Marvin cheats this much, because seeing all the hate towards Rose, you'd be inclined to believe that she's the one who's cheating more compared to Marvin. However, I believe that most of the backlash she gets is from the other terrible things she's done, like constantly taking Jeffy's side, and kind of just taunting her ex-boyfriends in front of Marvin, which isn't technically cheating. One of the main things she does
She
a
was
lot is
smashing him
falsely
behind his
accusing
back.
Marvin
Yes, she
of cheating.
was.
And we see this in videos
I
like
can't
Goodman's
prove it,
wife,
but-
Jeffy's online school, Jeffy's cell phone, Goodman's revenge, Jeffy's gamer girl problem. You get the idea. But you may ask, why does Marvin just take all this abuse and not fight back at all? My theory is that Marvin's fed up with all of this, to the point where he doesn't value the relationship at all, and that's why he cheats so much. But the next example of cheating from none other than Rose herself is in the episode Jeffy Bites His Tongue, which was released only a few months ago to the previous video we talked about. I swear, recently Marvin and Rose have just been constantly cheating on each other. Anyways, in this video, Jeffy tries to bite his popsicle, but accidentally bites his tongue in the process.
All right, everyone
Who
try to get a
tries to
brain
bite a
freeze by
popsicle, you psycho?
Jeffy,
Biting a
This
fresh
video is your
popsicle
standard
is
main character
crazy.
can't talk, so gets wacky shenanigans type plot. But in the beginning of this video, we see Rose on her phone taking pictures, and when Marvin confronts her about it, she says this.
What, baby, what are you doing?
I'm taking feet pics, Marvin.
Why?
So I can sell them online because you won't get a job.
Baby, no. You gotta take better angles than that.
What?
Because those won't sell.
Marvin!
I don't know if I should be disappointed that Rose is taking this career path, impressed that she didn't lie, or shocked that Marvin doesn't care. But to be honest, they've both cheated so many times that I can see how Marvin is just desensitized to all of this, especially in the last few months. Well anyways, another point for Rose. Well now, we're neck and neck, and you may think this might end in a draw. raw. But recently, SML movie Jeffy's New Stepmom released, where we get our final example of cheating. This video starts with Marvin and Rose bickering about who gets the remote, but this isn't like any of their other arguments. Marvin goes in on Rose, causing her to go to her mom's house.
You knew where it was this whole time.
Marvin, if you're gonna keep talking to me that way, I'm gonna
He was
leave.
mad about the
Okay,
remote.
fine, I will.
Okay, fine. Yeah, get out of here.
Marvin starts to feel bad until Brooklyn guy comes and takes him to where else but the strip club.
Hey.
Marvin eventually gets super drunk and brings one of the strippers home with him.
Jeffy, we gotta take new mommy home.
It becomes very clear what his intentions
They didn't
are,
sleep
but Jeffy
together.
keeps interrupting them whenever something spicy is about to happen.
Or do you think new mommy wants to hear my sick-ass beat I made?
No, Snoopy wants to spend time with me.
Sunflower.
It's crazy that Jeffy, who started out as one of the main reasons for Marvin and Rose's relationship to crumble, is now unintentionally the one that's stopping Marvin from cheating and plummeting their relationship further. They eventually get under the blankets, and just as something's about to happen, Rose comes back and Marvin sneakily gets the stripper out of the house. So the final point goes to Marvin. But what makes this really messed up is the fact that Marvin got in bed with the stripper, but that stripper's name is Sunflower, the same name as his brother Lewis's wife.
So how's your wife doing?
Oh, Princess Daisy! Princess Sunflower is doing great.
Which is totally insane if true. Shout out to
That was just
GeoPhantom479
him
for
making
pointing
up a
this
name.
out. Isn't Sunflower
So it
Lewis's
was actually
wife?
Daisy.
According to the Marvin's Brother video, Lewis stated that he had a wife named Sunflower. So let's see the results. Rose has cheated 5 times with Shrek, Jeffy, a chicken, Human Ken, and has posted feet pics on her OF. And Marvin has cheated 6 times with Peach, a VR
is
stripper,
bullcrap.
a random girl from the street, a stripper, Miss Huckerdoo, and his brother's wife, meaning that Marvin barely cheated the most. I swear, Marvin may have more cheating scandals than Logan himself. It's kind of crazy that Marvin has cheated more
You
than
didn't have to go
Rose.
there.
Like, I swear, I would have thought it was Rose, but I guess not. If that surprised you, or I missed anything,
You did not
subscribe.
have to go there. Why did you have to bring Logan into it? That's his life, okay? His personal life. We're talking about SML. Okay, but yeah, I feel like most of this was a reach. Looking at it myself, they both on camera only cheated once. Rose with the chicken, and Marvin with Mrs. Fitzpatrick in Paris. That's like the only time they ever actually cheated that we can count as actual, stuff going down. Everything else was like flirting, or she was taking feet pictures. I guess you can say Marvin was cheating when he did the pee videos, but technically that's a job, so I mean it's not really cheating if you're doing it on camera for money as a professional. So I can't even really count that. I mean, you can count it, I guess, because it's actual stuff going on, but he was doing it as a job. Yeah, Rose with the feet pics, that was a job too. Yeah, there was no, and then with the virtual reality glasses, it was still them, but just as other people, but it was still like a virtual thing. It wasn't like they were with actual people. So yeah, it was kind of a reach. So some of these examples, I would say, but definitely they each have at least one. So I'll call it even, but I still have a suspicion that Rose was doing a little bit more, because every time her exes come around, she just does a little bit too much for me. So yeah, I feel like off camera she might have been doing some things that Marvin doesn't know about. So yeah, I would definitely say that she's a little bit more suspicious for me, because you don't see Marvin having exes coming over and rubbing it in Rose's face. So yeah, I definitely think that she is more guilty than him. So they're even on camera, but off camera, I feel like she has a lot of bodies in her closet. So I'll just say that. But anyway, you guys, another good video by SML Universe. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, be blessed, be your best, and keep on the stairs. Bye, guys.